Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a project that I started a while back where I've been building electronic transmitters. And basically what they do is take the place of the F1 transmitter that's in a lot of telephone handsets and the T1 and various other types of transmitters that you'll find in telephones. And so we'll kind of set them to the side up here. And basically what happens to these is once you move them around or when you try to use your phone, a lot of times when these go bad, since they have graphite or carbon granules in them, what will happen is they become noisy and they give off a static sensation, and they'll sizzle and crackle and pop and things like that. So these get noisy over time. And I always said that if I found the time, I would start building an electronic microphone transmitter to take the place of these F1s and T1s and various other transmitters that they have in these older style telephones. And so basically what we have here is a bunch of different parts that we use to create that, and a microphone here. And so what we have is some customers that have asked if I would build them some, and I've already promised a couple out now, and to build some for some other customers. So we've had quite a response on that. A lot of customers want these electronic transmitters. And so basically when it comes down to building these, we build them and then we secure them on a piece of cardboard, and I'm going to run off 2 leads, and they can solder them to the prongs in the handset that would go to the 2 contacts of your transmitter. And later on I'll get a little more technical with them, where we have some type of backing that has a contact plate on it, and you can set it down in your receiver and it'll make contact. But right now I'm so busy with all the repairs that we do here and trying to build a few of these and things that I'm just too busy to do that right now. So at this point we're just going to be leaving some long leads that the customer can contact together on their handset and make their connections. So we're going to go ahead and start building a couple of these, and I want to get my start components out, and I want to make sure that we start putting everything together properly. We will get a little more video of this as we move forward, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we're in the middle of the process of working on the circuit for the electric transmitter. And so what we're going to do here is we're finished up with putting the circuit together, and we will be stabilizing that and leaving 2 long leads so that it can be connected to the handset. So this is finished up now. We have another one that we need to build. There's quite a few different customers that want some of these circuits, and I have one customer that wants 2 of them. So we're building them first. What we want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take a break from the video. Once I get this stabilized, I have another one to build here, and then we'll get some backing on this and stabilize it, and then we'll get our leads on it. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we have finished up the 2 electronic transmitter circuits that we were designing out and building. And so we have one here, and I'll go ahead and show that to you. The other one looks exactly like this one. And we have spade connectors because in the F1 handset, you can simply pull out the F1 transmitter, and then where the connectors are, your contacts, there's some screws there, and you just go ahead and take these spade connectors and lift up those screws and then tighten them down, and then you've made your connection for this electronic transmitter, and you can start using that. Now, we're using this telephone that was in the last video that was repaired, a Northern Electric Gallion telephone, because it's a perfect example to test these units for the F1. We also, make these electronic transmitters for the T1s and the other types of transmitters that are out there that have the carbon granules in them that sizzle, pop, crack, and make all kinds of noise when they go bad. Now, the transmitter that's in this telephone is in good condition, and it's right here. So we will replace that into the telephone. And since this is good, we're going to go ahead and put it back in the telephone. But if it were bad, we'd go ahead and replace it, because there's no sense in going back to the older style transmitters when we have these newer style electronic transmitters that have a whole lot of better quality than you'll ever get out of the T1 or F1 or any of the other transmitters. They're just a lot more transmit quality in these electronic transmitters that we're building. So we have one installed in this telephone, and we're going to go ahead and test it. So what I want to do is I want to give you some dial tone. I want to dial a 2. And I'm going to go ahead, and you can see that, I'm about 2 foot away from this telephone handset that's laying on the table. And if you see this red light on the analyzer, you can see it while it's sitting down. It's almost acting like a speakerphone. I build these transmitters so that they're very sensitive, so that they'll work in any kind of condition with any style telephone. And if you were to have to squelch out the transmit a little bit, all you have to do is add a little piece of cotton or some material and in the telephone, and you can squelch the sound down, the transmit. So we know that these electronic transmitters are very sensitive. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and talk into it like I would a normal telephone, and you can see how bright that light is getting. So that's way over 100% modulation, as bright as that light is with this transmitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that the transmitter in this telephone is going to work in any of these older style telephones that have the F1s, the T1s, and the other style transmitters. Now I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this, because I want to show you that it's installed here, and you simply just take the 2 wires and go ahead and lift the screws up and put them under the screws where the contacts are. Now, you probably should pull the contacts out, because they will come out. I just bent these down because we need to put our other transmitter in. And we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'll show you, if you remember how bright, I want to unplug the telephone. If you remember how bright that telephone analyzer indicator was when I was transmitting with this electronic microphone. And this is how simple it basically is on these F1s. You could do this in the T1s too. We'll just pull our 2 spade connectors that are connected to our contacts, and it pulls right off. Or you could install it. And you cannot get the wiring backwards. It doesn't matter which side of wire that you're using. You cannot get it backwards. So it's more of a plug-and-play type situation, or connect up and play. Now we're going to bring our tabs back out for our handset and put our original transmitter back in this telephone, because it's actually in good condition and it is working, so it doesn't need to be replaced. Now I'm going to go ahead and dial a 2, and we're going to I'm talking and you can't hear anything because it's not picking me up from this distance. So I'm going to go ahead and transmit into the handset. Now, we got a pretty good bright light there, but as you can see, when I move the telephone handset away from me, every once in a while you might pick up a little bit of indication over here on the analyzer that it's picking it up, but it's not simply picking up my voice until I put the handset up and talk on it. So we know that the quality that you're getting out of the electronic transmitters here is a much higher quality and a lot more sensitive. And they're just a kind of a neat little replacement for the older style carbon transmitters. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.